Hey guys, so I hope everyone is having a wonderful 2023 in the insane asylum that is called 2023. So this is all part of the game. You know, we're playing the game, which is the Gamete. So think about the word game, right, guys? Or the word gamete, I should say. Gametes has the word game in it. So gametes, comes down to organs of the male looking for organs of the female to combine and meet. That's what gametes come down to. What you get from the mother and the father. That's the gametes. But the gametes, like you can say penis and vagina, and the urge to meet. So gamete is actually comes from gamma, like gamma, which is the third letter in the Greek alphabet. And the third letter, or Gemini, is right there. So this is all about the two becoming one, right? The two become one. That's what Gemini is all about, because this would be the father, Aries, then Taurus is the mother, and Gemini would be the child. The two that, the one that came from the two before it. So Gemini is the third sign, and just like Gamma is the third letter of the Greek alphabet. So Gemini is the third sign, even though it's a Roman numeral 2. It's letting you know that you are always longing for the other. You're always longing for the other, and a lot of times people are searching for their other half, which is really unlocking their higher selves. That's what Gemini is all about. And the two become one is visible right here, of course. Go back to the gametes, the game that we play. The game that we play was the father, which is, let's say, Leo. The sun ruled. This is a sperm. That's the sign of Leo. And then the eggs, which would be Cancer, or the moon ruled. You have sun and moon. And then you go forward one, back one. You have the Mercury signs, forward one, back one, the Venus signs, the Mars signs, the Jupiter signs, ending with the Saturn signs. And yes, Aquarius is Saturn and Uranus in modern astrology. And the Capricorn is strictly Saturn ruled. And they're opposite the main stars of the show, or the main stars of the game, which is the sun and moon, Leo and Cancer, the stars of the show, the ones that are very, obsessed with getting that validation from others. And they're very good actors, Cancer and Leo. Very, very good actors. Good at what they do, entertaining. And so with the two become one, we can see that everywhere. There's always the two, right? The two, which can also be Tubal Cain, right? What is Tubal Cain? Tubal Cain would be also known as the two balls, and the cane down the middle would be the inertial plane. Any torus field has this, right? You can see like the apple, the two balls, and the cane down the middle, the inertial plane, or the hyperbole right down the middle. You cut an apple, you can see the torus field in there. So I call it Tubal Cain, even though Tubal Cain is also known as Hephaestus or Vulcan, and he is a Greek god of the forge. He basically is a smith, what we know as the smiths. Cyclopeans were also smiths, but they forge the weapons and the tools and the materials, and they live in volcanoes. That's why Vulcan is also this god right here. And what was I going to say about, wavelength and wave amplitude. So anytime you look at the chart, like I put Aries here, Libra would be there, Cancer, Capricorn. So from Aries to Libra, the horizon, this would be east, that would be setting in the west. When the sun's here around, sunrise, then around noontime, the sun is always here, and then fall, the sun, or fall, autumn, or the autumn time of day, which is sunset, the sun would be here, and at midnight the sun is down here. So when this area right here involves wavelength, and this is what rules time, and this area from here, let's say Cancer, Capricorn, this is wave amplitude, and this amplitude rules space. This is all about time and space, unlocking time and space. That's why this is so important to realize what this truly is. And again, it's a wave, the two balls and the cane down the middle. So that's what it comes down to. We're down here playing the game, the good old game of life that we inherited from daddy and mommy, the pater, the pattern, father, pater, paternal, embedded into mother, mater, matter, material, maternal. That's why we're all encased in our mothers when we're born, because we are enwombed in our mothers, because she is a womb man. The man with the womb is the woman. And we, it comes from the moon, the soma. God, our Father, gave us. Our Father in heaven gave us his only begotten Son, or the sun in the sky, or sono. Sono is sound. So the Father gave sono, which is, of course, the sun, which is sound, because sono means sound, but it's also somatic, involving the moon. Soma is moon, or lunar ruled. Sono and soma. Sono's from the sun and soma's from the moon, the sun and moon. And of course, what I wanted to say also about the eyeballs, or what I want to say about that was simply crystals. Okay, so the way a crystal forms, is crystal formation. Light is always magnetized directionally facing their source. So the rods and cones in a crystal will literally face their source. And this happens also within the eyeball. We have rods and cones, and all of those lights face the source, which is why it's so important to also sun gaze. So when you sun gaze, your eyes, the black ball in your eye, your pupil, the learner, right, the student, is facing source. Very important. Sun gaze, especially barefoot. You turn into a battery while you're earthing.